It's time for me to do another reaction video. Instead of reacting to the trains I wanna see on SCR video, I'm gonna react to a video on trains that will never come to SCR, by PSRN 120. As always, the link to the original video is in the description of this video if you wanna see it for yourself. Without further ado, let's get this started.
Number 1. The Class 395. This is a train that operates on High Speed 1 or Southeastern High Speed. This train cannot go to Stepford Express since this train does not have first.
I agree with that. First class is a big necessity for Express. There are another 3 reasons why the Class 395 won't be coming to SCR. As well as a lack of first class, it's a high-speed train, and not an intercity train. If high speed had returned, the 395 would have suited that operator. Plus, it's too fast and too slow at the same time, at 140 miles an hour on overhead, and 100 miles an hour on third rail. Reducing its top speed to 125 miles an hour will be stupid. And lastly, as well as AWS and TPWS, the Class 395 has 2 additional signaling systems, which are KVB and TVM 430, which are signaling systems from France, and SCR is based on the railway system in Great Britain. If you want more details on why the Class 395 doesn't suit Express, you can watch 10pit's video about it. I'll also link that in the description.
It will be dumb to add this train with first class without a first class in real life.
For sure. However, you could argue that the Class 755 on Airlink has first class, but doesn't have first class in real life, which is true, but the Class 745 which has first class and goes to Stansted Airport is too long for Airlink, so they used a similar looking train, which is the 755, but at least it goes to Stansted Airport like the 745.
Number 2. The Class 390. This is an electric high-speed train used by Avanti West Coast and formerly Virgin Trains. This train cannot go on SCR since it's formed of 9 or 12 coaches.
Correction, the longest variant of the Class 390 is 11 coaches long, rather than 12 coaches long. Anyways, I also agree. The 9-coach variant is 217.5 meters long, which means it's too long for a lot of express platforms, including Leighton Stepford Road and Leighton City. So unless the platforms for the major stations are long enough to be able to accommodate the 390, it won't be coming to SCR anytime soon.
The 9 coaches is too long for Stepford Express. You may be asking, why not shorten this train? Hell no, we cannot remove the train's multiple units, so no.
It's pretty obvious they won't shorten multiple units. They used to do that before with the Class 700 and 701, but they removed the Class 700 in April 2018, and the 701 in December 2018. But you could also be asking, why did the developer shorten the Class 345, when they are formed of 9 coaches? They used to have 7-coach variants.
Number 3. The Class 745. These are trains that operates on Greater Anglia and Stansted Express. I know it suits Airlink. It's way too long for the game at 12 coaches long, and it's 236.6 meters long. It can't fit most of the platforms at this length.
I also agree with this, for now. The length of the 745 is probably the reason why they use the 755 on Airlink instead. However, there are 9 to 12 coach markers at Airport Central and Airport Parkway. Could this mean that the 745 will come to the game? Maybe in the future, but the platforms at other Airlink stations like Stepford Central, Stepford East and Leighton Stepford Road also need to be sufficiently long to be able to accommodate the 745, so unless these platforms are long enough, the 745 won't be coming to SCR anytime soon.
Numbers 4 and 5. The Class 373 and Class 374. These are trains that operates on Eurostar. I know it suits Express, but here are 2 problems. Number 1, it's too fast, at a max speed of 200 miles per hour.
Well, the Class 373 and 374 don't suit Express at all, but there have been some people suggesting this for Express. But one problem you said is that it's too fast, which is true. However, the top speed of the 373 is actually 186 miles an hour, and the 374 has a top speed of 200 miles an hour. Hell, I said this mistake before, but I now know that the class 373 is slower than the 374.
Number 2. It's too long, at 16 coaches long, shortening them will be impossible.
This is also a major problem. It's too long for any station in the game, and there's no arguing that.
The last train that will never come to SCR is the Class 1-1. These are trains that operates on West Midlands Railway on the Sturbridge shuttle. It cannot go to SCR because it's too slow at 20 miles per hour. Not even the Morgan's Hose shuttle won't suit Waterline because it's very slow max speed.
This is another one that I agree with. It's simply too slow for any operator, even Waterline. It would hold up other trains behind, and that's not a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the conclusion. PSRN 120, I agree with all of the trains that you put, well, the 390 and 745 for now. The reason why I said for now is because if the platforms are long enough to be able to accommodate those trains, it could come to the game. But because they're not, they're unlikely to come anytime soon. That's all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for future content, and I will see you later.